In our quest for the mind of Christ, I would like to go over the Gospel of John. What I would like to convey is the wonder of what happened in the first century. It was the most momentous time of all history. The enormity of it is difficult sometimes for us to comprehend. But let's see how we get on. John chapter 1 and verse 1. In the beginning was the Word. So we're going back aeons here. We're going back before the universe was created. And the Word was with God. Now that can also mean that the Word was towards God. So the two leaned towards each other and developed a bond, a loving bond that was unbreakable. As it says in verse 18 of chapter 1, no one has ever seen God. It is the only Son who is nearest to the Father's heart, who has made him known. So this wonderful Son of God has made God known to us. So what came out of this unbreakable bond between the two of them? Well, in verse 3, it says, through him, that's Jesus Christ, all things came to be. Not one thing had its being but through him. So together they created this beautiful planet and everything that's in it. So why was Jesus called the Word? Well, we speak about preaching the word or spreading the word, and it means that we want to spread the Christian message. But Jesus was this Christian message. He was the one who made this good news possible. He was the good news. He was the one that demonstrated the power of the word, this gospel or good news, through wisdom and reason to help us believe that he was the Son of God, and also to help us change our lives and act accordingly. The word comes from the heart of Jesus Christ. So his mind and his heart are in balance. And as we read through the Gospel of John and all the Gospels, everything Jesus said is from his mind and his heart. And hence we can grasp the mind of Christ, which is so very close to the mind of God. So we come to verse 14, where it says that the Word was made flesh. He lived among us. Now, the Lord can give us any body he wants, a spirit body or a fleshly body, but we would still be the same person. So Jesus was made flesh, but he was still the same person who had lived for aeons with God. He had all the wisdom and knowledge of almost eternity, and he brought that with him to earth when he came. And so John says, we saw his glory, the glory that is his as the only Son of the Father, full of grace and truth. Now Jesus came quietly as a man, but because he was this glorious heavenly creature, this heavenly person, he couldn't hide his glory. He couldn't hide what he really was. So I would like to quote now from an expository book by Maclaren. Maclaren lived in the 19th century, as did many of the good Bible commentators. And he says this about Jesus Christ. He and the light were full of grace and truth, perfect love, bending to inferiors and sinners with hands full of gifts and a heart full of tenderness and the revelation of reality, both as regards God and man. So Jesus came with gifts. First of all, the gift of knowledge, and we needed that knowledge. Why we're here, where we're going, what hope we have, how to live our lives. That was the best gift of all. But he also came with the gift of healing, of food and shelter from storms, and the hope that we would all one day enjoy those things. He gave us hope. What a wonderful thing he has done. So McLaren goes on to say that his grace bestows all that our lowness needs. His truth teaches all that our ignorance requires. All our gifts, all our knowledge come from the Word, in whom believing, if we believe in Jesus, we are the children of God. So if you get a chance to read the first chapter of John, try to bear in mind the enormity of what happened and the glorious nature of this person who came to this planet to help us out. And if you have any thoughts, put them in the comments below. It will help all of us. But thank you for watching, and take care. And I'll leave you in the care of our dear God and his Son.